Guys, what is going on? Steve-O here, and what we're going to be doing today is talking about how to improve your FPS in Planetside 2. Now, obviously my FPS is taking a serious hit. I'm losing about 10 frames just because I'm recording, but this is all, just picture this. This gameplay is running graphics quality on high, texture quality on high, lighting on high, fog shadows on, effects quality, all of them are on medium. We've got ambient occlusion on, bloom enabled, and also we've turned smoothing off, and we're running it on the resolution under 900p. So think of this, if I wasn't recording right now, I'm getting 40 to 50 frames, sometimes dipping into the 60s, and this is how you're going to improve it. What you're going to want to do is change your resolution, take down your render quality, as well as turn VSync off, and also turn smoothing off. Now, if you're getting screen tearing, then you're going to need vertical sync on, but it does give a massive hit to your FPS. But I don't really get a problem, so I always have vertical sync turned off and smoothing because it doesn't make that big of a difference. What we're going to do is we're just going to go and spawn again, and we will get into some gameplay. What I usually play this game on is the settings that you are seeing now, sometimes even lighting quality to high, and I'm still getting a decent FPS. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to turn everything down to low. I don't know if it's going to affect the FPS of the game, because it will affect the FPS if I actually did it before this video, but my FPS is taking a hit really bad, so alright guys, so we're getting a bit of a better frame rate here, but the game looks like shit. This video is all about how to make the game look absolutely gorgeous while you're playing. Now those settings that you saw a minute ago, that is what I'm usually playing on, and right now I'm getting about 30 FPS while recording, so this video isn't really the best example. I should have maybe used some capture cards to record this video, but just for the sake of FPS I'm going to record it. And the FPS have taken 10, maybe 15 FPS off while I'm recording, which isn't ideal. But you can see I'm getting mainly 30 to 40 FPS. Even the game actually looks really terrible. But if I wasn't recording, I'd be getting 50 to 60 FPS. And this video is all about making it look absolutely gorgeous with a great FPS. But the main things you need to do, I actually recorded a 48-minute video of this, and yeah, it just went bad, and I was really disappointed because it was really lively commentary, really good video. But again, what you need to do for FPS, these, I've just put them on low because I thought it'd improve my FPS in game, but I forgot you need to restart the game to see that FPS difference. But what I usually have on is, I usually have ambient occlusion on, bloom on, I have graphics quality on high, and lighting quality on medium, and usually I have texture quality on high or ultra, but I have basically everything else on medium. And the main thing that you're going to want to do for your FPS, this is mainly for medium to high-end systems. If you've got a really terrible system that doesn't meet the system requirements, I just wouldn't bother, guys, because it's going to have a really bad time, and you're going to have a bad time playing this game. But main things for you guys is to turn down the resolution, turn down render quality. Doesn't make much of a difference, especially if you're running these graphics. And also turn vertical sync off and smoothing. This will improve your FPS like you don't know. I was playing before I started recording. While I'm recording, I'm getting 20 to 30, which isn't ideal for recording. I know it isn't. And also, it just doesn't look as good as it does when I'm not recording, because you can run this in 1080p and still get good frames. It does give you a bit of a frame hit. I will be doing gameplays on this in the future with a different recording system, so I don't take any frame loss. But for this sake of this video, I just recorded with this recording software, and maybe I shouldn't have, maybe it doesn't matter, but it's just basically for FPS. So what you want to be doing is, as you can see, most people get 30 FPS standard and that's it in this game. But to kick it up a notch, we're getting 30 FPS while recording. If we wasn't recording, we'd be getting 40 to 50 FPS. And if you want to make some slight alterations, like turn off some of the graphical settings, like maybe bloom, maybe turn off your shadows altogether, which I don't want to do. I like the vibe that the game gives off when it's looking really good and really polished. That's why I rock the graphic settings I do. If you're not too bothered and you want to put everything down to low, with what I've told you, you could be getting 60 to 70. I did actually try it out before. I tried turning down not everything to low, because this video is about having a great looking game but getting a really good playable FPS. 30 FPS is playable, but it's not ideal in a game like this because every bit of FPS counts. Like if you're getting in a quick twitch fight, you're going to be wanting to have the advantage of that better FPS. So what I've told you here should help you out massively. This gameplay was never intended to be that entertaining, it's all about the FPS. And also there is an extra thing that you can do to improve your FPS, is actually turn down your render quality all the way down. It'll go to 50%, you can't go lower than 50%. And it will improve your FPS. It might look a little bit different because the render quality is not high. And it's not really showing through in this video on the FPS reader there, but it does work, trust me. I could take a picture and put it as the thumbnail, but that would probably be a little bit pointless because then you'd be watching this video saying, what the fuck, the FPS isn't that high. But it definitely does work, guys. Try it out for yourselves. If you're still having issues running at these settings and you're still not getting 40 to 50 to 60 FPS, what you want to do is you want to maybe turn down your graphics quality and maybe turn off ambient occlusion. It does make a bit of a difference. It's not that noticeable. If you look in the background now, you can see that little change, but I just like having a good looking game. And you could also try turning down your render quality to 0, but it does look a bit different and it's not ideal if you're wanting to get immersed in what you're playing. But that's about it, guys. Remember, resolution, render quality, and also vertical sync and smoothing. Take them things off, put your shadow quality to low. Your FPS will be 100 times better than it was before. It'll be a lot more playable. As I said, this isn't the ideal recording software to be recording with to show you this FPS improvement. It's just one of them, guys. And remember all those things I told you. Test it out. If it's not working for you, just drop a comment in the comment section with your actual system specs, and I will do another optimization on a different system that I have. And basically I'll just let you know the best optimization for your system. But as I said, just picture this now, this game looking good, or even better, because I usually run it in a higher resolution. It still looks good, it still performs good. On this video it's not performing the best, but it's usually getting, I'm usually getting with what I'm running. And I'm usually running the graphics quality at ultra, well, the texture quality at ultra. And usually got a couple more high-end kicks in there, and the FPS is still 40. I'm not talking early, I'm not talking low-end 40s, I'm talking 49, pushing into 54, getting 60 to 70 sometimes. This is just a good optimization for a medium or high-spec PC, mainly in between medium and high-spec. You want to have a good processor to play this game, and yeah, just make sure you've got a decent processor. I've only got 4.5 GHz processor.
You are in a restricted area.
Not the highest of high-end graphics cards. It's not really.
Restricted
It's
area.
more
Restricted
CPU.
area. Out of that area.
Fucking hell, that's doing my head in. It's mainly CPU
Generator
intensive, so just make
stabilized.
sure you've got the right graphical quality settings for your system. And just to show you again, basically you could switch this up. You could take all them off. You could take that off. You could turn all the graphics quality and texture quality to medium. And yeah, you'll have a lot of a better time with this game. Or you can, if you've got a system as good as mine, you can keep the settings that I've got. I usually have that on ultra, and I switch this up a bit of a higher resolution. And yeah, you'll have a really good time with it. So thanks for watching, guys. I know it's not been the most ideal video. I've not got into any big battles. I don't really wanted to get into any big battles because I'm recording and the FPS will probably fucking go down to at least 20, maybe 15, and that's just not playable. But just remember, guys, that this is recording, so I'm losing 10 to 15 FPS in different instances. Just a bit as a bummer, but if you do like Planetside 2 gameplays, be sure to subscribe, because I will have Planetside 2 gameplays up, but obviously not recorded with this software, recorded with my capture card from PC. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.